Hey guys, it's me. Doing a little project here and I thought I'd talk to you. Had the subject in mind and I thought I would just put it out there. You know how I'm always talking about there being issues with the concrete and so on and so forth, right? This is super important, guys. You got, if you like, I study a lot of stuff throughout the world and we're having concrete issues everywhere. And I've been talking about this for a few years now, maybe going on the whole 5 years. I can't remember when I really started into the conversation. I'm not bringing that up right now. But I'll tell you this. August the 3rd, they had an emergency meeting. I think these are the dates are properly, so proper. So this is 2021. On the bridge of Mission there. They had an inspection on somewhere around August the 3rd. 3 days later, August the 6th, they had an emergency repair going on it. Working through the night, probably less traffic at night is the reasons for doing it. The bridge was doing a major shift. There was something was supposedly worn out or whatever, but that's the trickery. These guys, if something comes into mind where they think, hey, a person or something could be doing this, but they realize it's a bridge, then they'll quickly just be throwing that away. But so in cases like this, if anything gives them any kind of a hint, well, there's no sense of person, there's no theft, there's no whatever going on, it's just destruction, then what's a person going to be doing there? Once they understand the subject and they understand that there's actually tracking, my name is about Armstrong, and then it's the supernatural, 1830s, something like that. A group of chiefs used the word to describe the forest beings as supernatural. They used that word to describe the beings here on Earth that the natives in Canada knew about for a long time and still had certain amount of the memories because they had interactions in ways that is different than in other indigenous people, and I could kind of probably point out some reasons why, but we won't go there. But in the 1830s or somewhere around there, they came forward to try to stop some kind of a hunt that was going to go on, something like that, and they wanted protection for these beings, something like that. So anyways, I'm getting back to, I'm supposed to be doing my job and I'm cranking my neck the wrong way, aren't I? So let me think here for a second. It might be, you might want to end up fast forwarding, I guess, but we will see. So, native people then, yeah, so that was just a little point there, but oh yeah, to the concrete stuff. So supernatural's been around at least that long, being used for the beings, like the way we use supernatural. You guys use it, or people use it, the TV and movies and stuff, use it like it's a ghost. Is a ghost. A ghost maybe is not supposed to be called natural. It's the way that I would think about it. But each their own. I'm wishing I would have had this up on the summer because I got the blacked out windows. And just here, you know, it's getting into the cooler weather now or whatever. I put my hand on there and it was like, boy, oh boy, when I compared it to all my other things, like even the glass up there and stuff, it was a lot hotter because of the black. But I'm choosing to leave the black for now. And I'm going to just throw this up for the winter. And what I think is the winter heat will help in a way too, where this is going to capture it a different way. It's not going to radiate all the way. Like it was making a huge pocket of heat here. this will make a difference of some sort. And with my back windows, I noticed it again a couple hours back when I was grabbing my coffee. Went to the back of the van there and was making my bed, and could the heat for 5 or 10 minutes on the back windows that are also blacked out. That whole back of my van was very warm. My bed was very warm. And so yeah, it's getting me going on this. And I thought, well, this is a perfect time maybe to talk to you guys and stuff. And nobody is saying the same story as me, you guys. I got so much ridicule within my clan, and it's tough to deal with. And the only thing I can say is I need to be talking to the so-called government level people who think there really is a UAP, who think there really is a lot of things going on in the ground. I think in some reflection, because these beings are about it, they might not be about it, but they're creating an anarchy. And within that anarchy, and the vibes of it that sort of send people that way, a lot of people, maybe it's to some extent really driven in with the elite government people. I'm telling you right now, they leave tracks. So yes, supernatural, Armstrong, supernatural beings, tracker of the earth beings. You know, I have to pay attention for our signs, the marks that we make, because we're an earth being, and I pay attention, would they be doing this? There is no practicality in them doing this at all, putting this up somewhere. So they wouldn't be able to do it the way that I can do it, or you can do it. And then there's things out there that they can do way beyond your skill level because you wouldn't do it. And one of the things is wear and tear. And so your natural instinct is to think it's just the weather. It's the sun, the rain, some wind, some lightning. The fire issues. You know, the world has fire issues now. And the elite firemen, detectives, I'm sorry, but they're missing stuff. But they do blame a high percentage of them on arson. On arson. And there are arsonists out there doing that, or people who don't care, do it by an accident, arson, whatever we want to call it. But a high percentage of them, I wouldn't doubt it if it's in the 90% or something, but I don't know that. And the reason is because you can find a start in many, many cases the fire. And so if somebody's starting a fire, they can tell in most cases if it was just a start of a fire. And so imagine somebody's able to shoot laser beams out of their eyes or nostrils and start a fire. Well, that's what they're detecting. The fire started here. Are there any things that would be being left around there, so like some pop cans or some newspaper and stuff to give other hints of it and stuff? These guys do that. It's all part of the mimic. It's all about terrorizing. So a lot of guys high up are freaked out, and that might be what is setting off all this mandate on masking and different things like this weird paranoia of it all. And there's many ways these guys are making lots of people paranoid. The president, I watched President Trump leave the White House that day he had to leave. And I also watched Biden come to the White House and stuff. But when Trump was leaving, I focused in on a tree there. I got a video up of it. And that tree, because I tell you, there's track marks, there's signs, there's things to pay attention to. It's not a sign I get in my mind or my head. It's a real physical thing going on. Because these things are going on, I'm sharing them with us all. I can look back on this when I want to. Or the more important thing is just trying to get you to pay attention. This stuff is going on. And I'm not in some kind of a lulu crazy land like you want to believe. And I get that you want to believe it, because I would be doing the exact same thing probably until some extent. Like my curiosity if whoever else could have been sitting in this seat right now, if they, if they could catch my attention, maybe I would be able to see and hear what's going on. But I realize it's an incredibly tough subject for anybody. I'd probably bug my mom a high percentage on it if she was around. So she's getting off on not having to put up with this. In some ways, I guess. Maybe she is. I don't know. Maybe she's watching. And I think if she was, she'd probably be rooting me on right now. That's what I say. Thanks for hanging out. You know, I see them on other people's videos all the time. Shadow beings, you go back and study old religion. Oh no, darn. Just wasting this piece. Go back to old religion, and I can see, and people who are learning more can see that. Oops. I should have pulled the door over. It's working a little bit, so it's changing. But anyways, I can see that yeah, something. I can tell this is doing a big difference. My heat reflection that I'm picking up the most is coming in through here. Oh, no, actually there. That window. This. Well, gotta give it some more time, I guess. The sun has only just started hitting it. Might not hit it it won't even hit it very much because I am mostly in the shade. So whatever's going on is going on. Ask me any question that you want an answer to from me. I'll do my best to answer you directly in the message of the comments. Oh yeah, I owe somebody a video. I gotta go, and so if you're watching right now, I think it might have been Tina, someone, and they asked a good question. I said, I'm gonna make a video on that for you. So I gotta go back and find that question. It wasn't very long ago, and I don't get a lot of comments, so it shouldn't be too hard. I don't like huge questions, I'll admit to that. But if you give me a quick, what's your opinion on this? Or what are your facts on this? Like, some people say it in such ways where they give me good support, so. No, not already. No, not quite. Where's my tea? Oh, I'm gonna knock you guys down. I don't know if you can pick up on it, but you can hear them barking up there. They don't quit. Well, they do quit, but they're magically suspicious. Magically, not magically, it's just, if you don't know, you don't get all the facts. As soon as you start to know, you get to start adding, and that's what I've got. I've got a lot of people who have just added upon the discovery of it, and they've been with so much of the task of doing it. They have huge last piece. They have huge, I don't know, feelings of support, let's say that. I have a white one up there. I don't want to use tuck tape. Tuck tape's awesome. It would have been alright if I was just taping onto the glass, I guess. Because then you could, clean it off easier. Tuck tape, the red tape that is kind of the insulator's tape, extremely hard to use. Remove the tuck tape. It's really hard to remove it. sure you don't cut near your wrists or anything. I've been a professional, so I take unnecessary risks sometimes from my old habits. Yeah, I think I can be alright with that. Yeah, I'll be alright with it all. Trying not to be perfect with the work. I was saving the white tape for my vent. It has a couple of cracks in it. So all I need to do is tape it a bit. I wash this one. Cheap, you can see through it. That's how you know it's so cheap. As long as it sticks, it works in this case. Nice, like that. Noise insulation value and everything. Time to get my back windows.